Very good morning, children. Today we will study rules of divisibility. Children, these rules of divisibility will help you to divide large numbers without actually dividing process. Okay, so you can easily identify whether the number is divisible by the given numbers. So there are some tricks and that we are going to learn today. Okay, and this is all the more important as we are dealing with HCF and LCM. So first we will understand the rules of divisibility, then I'll tell you how to solve it, how to apply it in the questions. Okay, so we start with divisibility by 2. All even numbers are divisible by 2. For example, all numbers ending in 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 are divisible by 2. As a result, 2 is a factor of all even numbers. Okay. So, just now what we have studied? We studied that all even numbers are divisible by 2. That means any number ending in 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, they are divisible by 2. Without dividing, see, I have taken few examples, and without dividing I will tell you whether the number is divisible or not. See, as you can see here, I have taken example 2002. Now, the moment I see 2 at one's place, I can say that yes, it is divisible. Okay. Then 8 is present over here. Yes, it is divisible by 2. Then 0 is present over here. 6940 I have taken the number. So 0 is present over here. It is divisible by 2. 78,396, a very big number, isn't it? But without doing the actual division process, I can easily identify that this number is divisible by 2 as 6 is present at one's place. Now, look at this number 9990414, a very big number, isn't it? So, if we check the ones place, what is present at ones place? It is 4 over there. So, we can easily tell without actually dividing that it is divisible by 2. Understood? Let us move on to the next divisibility rule, that is divisibility by 3. If the sum of all digits in a number is divisible by 3, the number is also divisible by 3, and then 3 is a factor of such numbers. Okay, reading time, it is okay, but again we will read out and then we will solve the example given. Example I have taken is 12,123. Now, the rule says if the sum of all digits. Now, first try to understand what the rule says. Sum of all digits, that means this is a number given to you and these are the digits 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So, what I am going to do, I will take the sum of the given digits of the number. Okay. See, I have added all the digits. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 is the number given to me. Now, what are the digits present and what I am doing it? 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. Okay. Add up all these. 2 plus 1 3 plus 1 4 plus 2 6 plus 3 9. Now tell me whether 9 appears in the table of 3. Yes, 3 3s are 9. That means without actual division, by seeing the number, by observing the rule, I can say the number is divisible by 3. Isn't it very interesting? Let us learn divisibility rule by 4. So children, divisibility by 4. Okay. What is divisibility by 4? If the number formed with the last 2 digits of a number are divisible by 4, then the number is divisible by 4. That means by just by seeing the number, whether you can identify it is divisible by 4 or not, we are learning those rules. Okay. So 4 is a factor. If the number is divisible by 4, then 4 is a factor of such number. So I have again taken a big number. You can see I have taken 3,58,912. Now children, what are the last two digit? As the question asks us, the rule tells us the last two digit. So the last two digit we have to observe. What is the last two digit over here? It is 12. Now tell me whether 12 is divisible by 4? Yes, 4 3s are 12, isn't it? That means the whole number, the entire number will be divisible by 4. Got it? Okay. Divisibility by 5. Divisibility by 5. This is very easy children. Numbers ending in 5 or 0 are always divisible by 5. How do you know that? Take the multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So, the moment you take the multiples of 5, you will find that it is ending either with 0 or by 5. Okay. So, if any number is ending with 0 or 5, then the number is divisible by 5 easily. Okay. Then what? 5 becomes the factor of such numbers. Let us look at the examples I have shown. 25. Now 5 is already 5 is present, so it is definitely divisible by 5. 6705. Again you can see 5 over here. It is divisible by 5. Then you have a big number 978990. 9,78,990 I have taken. So what is present at the last? At one's place 0 is present. This is also divisible by 5. Then I have taken a number 4,62,150. What is present at the one's place? 0. So see children, if 0 or 5 is present at one's place, it means the entire number is divisible by 5. Let us learn rule 6 and 7. Children, divisibility by 6. If a number is divisible by both 2 and 3. So you have already learned a divisibility rule by 2 and divisibility rule by 3. Okay. So for 6, you have to check whether the number is divisible by 2, by 3. Then if it is divisible, then the entire number is also divisible by 6. Why you know? Because what are the factors of 6? We have already done yesterday. So what are the factors of 6? 1 multiplied by 6. Okay. 2 3s are 6. So 2 and 3 are the factors of 6. That means if a number is divisible by 2 as well as it is divisible by 3, then the entire number will be divisible by 6 also. Let us look at the examples I have shown over here. I have written 336, one number, second number 633, just reverse the order, and then 50. Now what I will do, I will check whether the number is divisible by 2, whether the number is divisible by 3, and then I will opt for 6. Okay. Now children, what is present over here? 6, isn't it? And 6 is a number, even number, and for rule 2 we have learned that a number ending in 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 is divisible by 2. So we say yes, 336 is divisible by 2. Then we have just now learned the divisibility rule by 3 also. What we have learned? Sum of the digit. Now let us take the sum of the digit. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 6, 12. 12, is it divisible by 3? Yes. Then we say yes for 3 also. Now both are happily agreed for this. Now if they are happy, of course it will be divisible by 6. Let us move on to the next example. 633, 3 is present over here. So will it be divisible by 2? Not at all. So we put a cross over here. Then let us check whether it is divisible by 3 or not. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 3, 12. Yes, it is divisible. Children, if it is not divisible by 2, but it is divisible by 3, it means that it is not at all divisible by 6. Okay, that means to get divisible by 6, it has to pass the examination by divisibility by 2 as well as by 3, then only it will be divisible by 6. Move on to the next example. 50. 0 is present. Yes, it is divisible by 2. But what about 3? 5 plus 0 is 5. Whether it is divisible by 3? No. Again. Yes over here, no over here. Of course, no here. So, I hope the given example makes it very clear that it has to be divisible by 2, divisible by 3, then only the number will be divisible by 6. Interesting, no? Okay, let us learn the next one, divisibility by 7. If we double the last 2 digit, now what I am doing, as I will be underlining these, you also check. Okay, we will do it side by side. I have taken an example of 357. So, what we have to do? Double the last 2 digit. So, what is the last digit here? Last, if we double the last digit, okay, it is not 2, it is last digit. So, what is the last digit? 7, okay. So, what we will do? What is the double of 7? Double of 7. What is double of 7, children? 14. Then what we have to do? Subtract it from the number formed by the rest of the digit. Now, what are the rest of the digit over here? 7 we have already taken. We have double it. We have got answer as 14. What is the left out digit over here? 35. Now, subtract 14 from 35. What is 35 minus 14? The answer is 21. Now, tell me whether 21 is divisible by 7? Yes, 7 3s are 21. Okay, that means I can now say 357 is divisible by 7. Let me read out the rule now. Then it will be clear. If we double the last digit, okay, sorry, digits are written. If we double the last digit is given 7 over here, double of 7 gives us 14 and subtract it from the number formed by the rest of the digit. Rest of the digit is 35. 35 minus 14 will be 21 and result is divisible by 7. So, 21 is divisible by 7. The entire number is divisible by 7 and then what will happen? 7 will become a factor of this very number. Okay. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over. Now, we will move on for 8 and 9. Look at divisibility by 8. Okay. We will read out the rule. If the number formed with the last 3 digits. Now, the moment you come across such word, underline that. Okay. Last 3 digit of a number is divisible by 8. The whole number is divisible by 8 and then 8 will become a factor of that particular number. Okay. For example, I have taken 6008. I will underline the last 3 digit. Okay. Then I have taken 97,432. I will underline this. Then 13,568. I will underline this. Okay. Now, if you look at the last 3 digit, it is 8. Okay. So, is it divisible by 8? Yes. Now, try to divide 432. Mentally, you can divide it. 8 5s are 40, 3, 32. Then 8 4s are 32. So, it is easily divisible. Divisible means it while dividing you will not get any remainder, children. Okay. Then 5 6 8. 8 7s are 56. 8 is there, 8 1s are 8. It is also divisible. So, seen for rule of divisibility by 8, what we have to check out? We have to check out the last 3 digit, whatever number is given to you, children. Okay. So, whatever number is given to you, you have to just check the last 3 digit. If the last 3 digit is divisible by 8, it is divisible. The whole entire number is divisible. Now, look at divisibility by 9. It is same as divisibility by 3. What you have done for divisibility by 3? You have added up all the digits given in a number and then check whether the answer after adding up you are getting divisible by 3 or not, or it appears in the multiple of 3 or not. then the whole number is divisible by 3. Same concept is applied for this. Add the digits of a number. If the sum is divisible by 9, the number is divisible by 9 and then 9 will become the factor of that number. Okay, let us add up the numbers. I have already taken an example for you, 43,785 and here it is 69,012. Let us take the sum of this. Okay, we will add up. Okay, what I am doing, I just put a sign of plus over here. Let me check whether it is multiple of 9 or not. 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 7, 14. Go on adding up. What will you get? You will get here 27, isn't it? Then 6 plus 9, 15. 15 plus 0, 15. Then 15 plus 1, 16. 16 plus 2, 18. So 27 is also divisible by 9. It comes in the table of 9. 9 3s are 27. 18 is also divisible by 9. 9 2s are 18. So now we can say that 43,785 is divisible by 9, as well as 69,012 is also divisible by 9. Okay. So till here all the things are clear. Let us move on to the next two number, 10 and 11. Children, look at the most easiest rule of divisibility, that is divisibility by 10. Only you have to check 0 is present at the last or not. Okay. If any number ends in 0, it is divisible by 10. And if you look at the multiples of 10, what will you get? 10, 20, 30, 40, like that. You can go on till 100, 1000, lakhs, any number. If the number ends in 0, it is divisible by 10. As you can see, it is written, if a number ends in 0, it is divisible by 10. Okay. Then we have also learned while we were doing divisibility test by 2 and 5, that if a number ends in, for 2 what we have learned? 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. The number is divisible by 2. 0 comes over here also. Then for 5 what you have learned? The number ends in either 0 or 5. That means there also 0 comes. That means any number which is divisible by 10 is also divisible by 2 and 5. So therefore the factors 2 and 5 will also become the factor of that. And children, 2 and 5 are the factors of 10 itself. That is why a number having 0 at the end is divisible by 10, we can say, as well as since 2 and 5 are the factors of 10, they are also the apply for the divisibility rule. Okay. The last one, okay, divisibility by 11. You have to work out something over here. Okay. A number will be divisible by 11 if the difference between the sum of the alternate digit is either 0 or a multiple of 11. Okay. Again I will read out. While I will be reading it out, I will just concentrate on I will just concentrate on the words which are given over there. We have to look after. Okay. A number will be divisible by 11 if the difference between the sum of its alternate digit. Now what is the sum of the alternate digit? The number I have taken here is 2508. The alternate digit 2 and 0, okay, then 5 and 8. This is known as alternate digit. 2, okay, then alternate digit is 0. You have to leave this 5. And for the next pair, you have 5 and 8. What you have to do? You have taken the alternate digit. Now what you have to do is, you have to first take the sum of this alternate digit. 2 and 0. We will find out the sum of 2 and 0. That is 2 plus 0. What it will be? Let me write with black so that it will be visible to you all. Okay. So, sum of 2 and 0. It will be 2 here. Okay. Then sum of 5 and 8, 5 plus 8, what it will be? 13. Okay. Now what you have to do? You have to subtract it. Okay. So 13 minus 2, it becomes 11. Now 11 is what? Divisible by 11 itself, isn't it? As it says, either the result should come as 0 or a multiple of 11, then the number is divisible by 11. Okay. So, a number will be divisible by 11 if the difference between the sum of the alternate digit. What is the sum of the alternate digit we have taken? We have taken 2 and 0 over here as in the present example, and 5 and 8. We have taken the sum of it. 2 plus 0 gives us 2, 5 plus 8 gives us 13. Then what we have to do? We have to subtract it. 13 minus 2, you get 8, 11. So, you may get 0 also in other cases. If you are getting 0, then also it is divisible by 11, and if you are getting the multiples of 11, then also it is divisible by 11. So, children, you have learned the rules, divisibility rule of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. From 2 to 11 you have learned, and this is given in your book on page number 100. Okay. We have got one question based on all these divisibility rule in question number 6 of exercise 5.1. I will be just showing you how to solve this, and that question you have to do it in your book. Okay. So, children, right now we are doing session 19, isn't it? So, date you have to write, mention there. This particular question I left it yesterday, since I was supposed to explain you the rules of divisibility. Now, as I have explained, I thought that we should complete it by today itself. Okay. Exercise 5.1, we have already completed all the questions yesterday itself. Only question number 6 was left. So, we are going to do it now. So, where is question number 6? If you open your book, you will find it on page number 103. Okay. Since we are doing it as a class work, you have to mention class work over there. And where you have to do this question? You have to do this question in your book itself. Okay. Now, we are given with these numbers. Okay. There are several numbers given to you. I will read out the numbers for you. 36, 150, 2235, 245, 210, 930, 6168, 3864, 2249, 10,210, 10,560, 7,848, 4,725. These are the numbers given to you. Now, you have to tell without actually dividing it, applying the rules what you have learned today. You have to tell whether these numbers are divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. All the rules 6, 7 and 11 is missing over there. The question is only this much. Okay. Now, for divisibility by 2, first we will check the easy one. What we have to check? Then ones place should be either 0, 2, 6, 4 or 8. Immediately just check out. 6, yes. 0, yes. 5, no. 5, no. 0, yes. 0, yes. 8, yes. 4, yes. And further 1, no. 0, already I have ticked it. 0, yes. 8, yes. 5, no. Easy. Within no second you have completed it. Then divisibility by 3. What you have to do? You have to take the sum of it. 3 plus 6, 9. Yes. And if it is divisible by 3 here, 9 you have got, no? Let us check for 9 also. Yes, it is divisible because you are getting the answer as 3 plus 6, 9. 1 plus 5, 6. 6 plus 0, 6. So, it is divisible by 3, but it is not divisible by 9 because 6 doesn't comes in the table of 9. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 5, what will you get? 12. Okay. So, 12 is divisible by 3, but it is not divisible by 9 again, as 12 doesn't comes in the table of 9. Then 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 5, 11. It is not at all divisible by 3, neither by 9. 2 plus 1, 3. Yes, it is divisible, but not divisible by 9. So, simultaneously you can work out on the ones where you need to take the sum. 9 plus 3, 12. Yes, it is divisible by 3, but not divisible by 9. 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 8, 20, plus 1, 21, divisible by 3, whereas it is not divisible by 9. 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 8, 18, 18 plus 3, 21. It is divisible by 3, but not at all divisible by 9. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 1, 9. Divisible by 3 as well as divisible by 9. And the same rules I have applied further, and then I have noted down the answer. Then for now I will check for 5 and 10. Why I am jumping from here and there? So that you will also feel it easy to work it out. Okay, for 5 what you have to check? Very easy, either 0 or 5. So just put a tick if you find 0 or 5 at one's place, and if you don't find, then put a cross. For 10 also what you have to do? You have to just check zeros only. So 6 over here, cross, cross. 0 over here, tick, tick. 5 over here, put a tick, put a cross over here. 5, put a tick, put a cross. Okay, then 0 over here, put a tick and put a tick over here. 0 over here, yes, put a tick, tick. Then 8, put a cross for both. 4, put a cross for both the column 5 and 10. 1, put a cross for both the column. Finished? No, we are left with 4 and 8. For 4 what I have told? The last 2 digit. 36, of course, it is divisible by 4. What about 8? No, it is not divisible. 50, is it divisible by 4? You have to check it. Okay. So 4 ones are 4, then 10. No, it is not divisible. What about 8? Is it divisible by that last 3 digit, and only 3 digit number is given to you? Just check it out. 8 ones are 8, 50 mentally you can do it. Okay. 15 minus 8, 7, 70. No, it is not divisible. Okay. Then here not at all, no question, no, 5 is present. So put a cross immediately. Then what over here? Last is 10 digit. Is it divisible by 4, children? No. Then 210, is it divisible by 8? 8 2s are 16. 21 minus 16 is 5, 50. No, it is not divisible. Then 30, is it divisible by 4? No. But last 3 digit for 8 we have to check. 8 ones are 8, 1 13 over, then again 8 ones are 8, 50. No, it is not divisible. Then here 68, is it divisible by 4? Yes, it is divisible. And 168, yes, it is divisible by 8. Then here 64, for 4 we are checking the last 2 digit, and for 8 we are checking the last 3 digit. So 64, is it divisible by 4? Yes. 864, is it divisible by 8? Yes. Then 241, no question at all, because 1 is present over here. So we finish exercise 5.1. This was the question left out. No, we are not going to end the session. We are yet to cover few more topics. We will be doing that. Okay. Children, now we will learn some important terms about numbers, some important facts about the numbers. You know that there are numbers can be classified as natural number as well as whole numbers. Now what are natural numbers and what are whole numbers? The counting number which starts from 1, 2, 3 and so on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the counting numbers are known as natural numbers. Okay. Then what is whole number then? Whole numbers are the numbers which starts from 0. Okay. So the smallest natural number will be 1 and the smallest whole number will be 0. Okay. You have already studied about even numbers and odd numbers, isn't it? What are even numbers? The numbers which are divisible by 2 are called even numbers. Just now we were doing the rules of divisibility test by 2. There I have told you, if any number ends with 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, they are all even numbers and divisible by 2. Divisible by 2, when I say, I mean to say when you divide that particular number, there is no remainder left over. Then if the remainders are there, then what they will be known as? That means those numbers are not divisible by 2 because they are leaving some remainders there. So such numbers are known as odd numbers. The numbers which are not divisible by 2 are known as odd numbers. Now for your class 5th, we are going to learn something new, that is prime number and composite number. Now what are prime number, what are composite number? Actually both are natural numbers itself, but when we find out the factors already I have taught you how to find out, okay. So then they based on the factors, they are segregated in two groups, and those are known as prime numbers and composite numbers, okay. And to explain what are these, I have taken from 1 to 20 numbers, where I will be showing the factors first, okay. Then we will identify which are prime numbers, which one are composite number, and why they are named such, okay. So what I am going to do, I will just tell you the factors for these numbers. 1. What are the factors of 1, children? Only 1 only, okay. 2. What are the factors? 1 and 2. 3. What are the factors? 1 and 3. 4. The factors are 1, 2 and 4. Factors of 5, 1 and 5. Factors of 6, 1, 2, 3, 6. Factors of 7, 1 and 7. Factors of 8, 1, 2, 4, 8. When I am telling about the factors, I mean to say when you multiply the numbers, you get the product, okay. 1 and 8 multiply, you will get 8, 2 4s are 8, so you are getting these, okay. 9, 1, 3, 9. 10, 1, 2, 5, 10. In yesterday's class, I have already told you what are the factors, okay. 1 and 11 for 11. For 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Many factors, isn't it? For 13, 1 and 13. For 14, 1, 2, 7, 14. Okay. For 15, the factors are 1, 3, 5 and 15. For 16, 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. For 17, 1 and 17 only. For 18, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18. For 19, what are the factors? 1 and 19. And for 20, what are the factors? 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. Okay. These are the factors of the numbers given. Now what I am going to do, I will be just selecting some of it, and as you can see, 1 is present alone. So I will just ignore this one right now. What I will be doing, I will be selecting the numbers where there are only 2 factors. And what are these 2 factors? When we will select it, you will come to know. So let us find out the numbers where there are 2 factors. Look at 2. It has got only 2 factors, 1 and 2. 3. Only 2 factors, 1 and 3. 5. 1 and 5. 7. 1 and 7. Then 11. 1 and 11. Then 13. 1 and 13. Then 17. 1 and 17. 19. 1 and 19. Okay. So as you can see, the numbers which are encircled in red color, these are having only 2 factors, children. And what are these factors? If you observe it minutely, you will find out there is 1 and the number itself. So such numbers are known as prime number. So the definition of prime numbers is when you have only 2 factors. And what are the 2 factors? 1 and the number itself. So such number are categorized as prime numbers, and these are going to play very important role as you will be dealing with HCF and LCM. Okay. So what are the left out numbers known as, where you are having more than 2 factors? These numbers will be known as composite number, the other one. So I have told you natural number in a broad aspect, when it is divided we are having prime numbers and composite number. We have segregated the prime numbers where we have found the number itself and 1 as the factors. Okay. What about the rest of the numbers where there are more than 2 factors? Those are categorized as what? Composite number. So for composite number, more than 2 factors, more than 2 factors. If you are having more than 2 factors, then it will be known as composite numbers. What about this poor 1? So 1, it is neither prime nor composite. There is a very interesting method to find out the prime numbers, and that interesting method was given by a Greek mathematician named Eratosthenes. Okay, so I will be showing you how to sieve out. Okay, how to sieve out, and that is why the method is known as sieve of Eratosthenes. Okay. Children, by adopting this method, that is method of sieve of Eratosthenes, okay, we can find out prime numbers easily. I have taken from 1 to 50 because the board is small for me. You can take till 100 also and you can find out the factors. I will tell you the method how to find out. Okay. So as you can see, I have already circled this one, okay, as 1 is neither prime nor composite. So we are not going to consider 1 right now. Okay, we start from 2, and just now I have shown you how to get the factors and why 2 is known as the smallest prime number, that I have shown you. So what I will do, I will take all the multiples of 2 and cross it. Why? Because the multiples, when I will be taking it, that means it is divisible by 2. So what are the numbers which are divisible by 2? 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. Over. Then check the numbers which are divisible by 3 and then cancel them also. 3 in this row you have, yes, 9. Then in this row 15. In this row no more left. Here 21, cross it. Then 27, cross it. Then 33, okay, 39. Then any number else, yes, 45. Over. So 4 is already crossed, so we will move to the next number, that is 5. Now select the numbers which are divisible by 5. So multiples of 5, that means it should end with 5 or 0. So this row will give us the answer. 15 is already crossed, cross 25, cross 35, 45 already crossed. Then here all are crossed, okay. Then the next number is 7. So what are the numbers? Multiples of 7. 7 2s are 14, cross. 3s are 21, cross. Okay. Then 7 4s are 28, already cross. 7 5s are 35, cross. 7 6s are 42, cross. 7 7s are 49, cross it. Okay. Then what do you have? 11. Any number left over? Yes, just find it out. We are not left with any other number. Now what I will do is, I will just put a rectangular box and I am going to just select the numbers which are prime numbers, 2, 3, 5, 7, and by this way I can also find it out if any other number is left out in this sorting out process. 13, 17, 19, and children, when you will be doing this, just keep in your mind that what are the factors, okay, for these numbers, and you will find out there are only two factors for such numbers, and those are 1 and the number itself. Fine, we have completed. So, the numbers which are in the square boxes, those are the prime numbers, and so easily we could select out the prime numbers when we are arranging from 1 to 50, and it is very easy if you go further for 100 also. Okay, learn how you have to find out the prime numbers. Okay, based on these, there are some important facts which I have already written. Okay, 1, we have already separated it out and telling it as 1 is neither prime nor composite. Then what is 2? The smallest number. 1 we are not considering it also. 2 is the smallest prime number, and 2 is also even number. Can we say that 2 is the smallest even prime number? Yes. Then what is 3? 3 is an odd number. Okay. So what we can say, 3 is the smallest odd prime number. Then what about this 4? Although it is cancelled. So 4, the numbers which are cancelled, what are they? They are the composite number. The numbers which you have already written in the blocks in this square, they are the prime numbers. What about the left out numbers? Those numbers are the composite number. So what we can say, 4 is the smallest composite number. Studied what are these? Now based on this, we have 2 questions only to be done from exercise 5.2 that I will be showing right now. So children, we will be doing only 2 questions from exercise 5.2, which is given on page number 105, and both these questions you have to do it in your classwork copy, that is mathematics copy. Okay, let us look at the question. Is the number, I have started with question number 2, you don't have to do question number 1. So start with question number 2. Is the number 51 a composite or a prime number? List all the factors of 51. So just now you have learned what are prime numbers, what are composite numbers. So if a number has only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself, it will be prime number. Otherwise it will be a composite number. So let us check what are the factors of 51. 1 multiplied 51 will be 51. Okay, and 51 multiplied by 1 will also give you as 51, right? Then 3 multiplied 17 is 51, or 17 multiplied by 3 is 51. So what are the factors of 51? 1, 3, 17 and 51. Therefore it is a composite number. Okay, and the same question is for question number 3, and here you have to find out the factors for 91 to identify whether it is a prime number or a composite number. So list out all the factors. What are the factors you have got over here? 1, 7, 13 and 91. Okay, so again it is a composite number. Okay, so now we are going to wind up, and before wind up I will be just telling you what we have studied together, and we have the second period also today. Okay, so for the time being you will take rest and then come back for the second class also. Okay, so in today's session we have done introduction and explanation of rules of divisibility, then definition of natural and whole numbers, even and odd numbers, prime and composite numbers, then finding prime numbers by adopting sieve of Eratosthenes. Okay, then what are the classwork we have done? Exercise 5.1 we have done, on which is given on page number 103, and we have done question number 6, the way you have to do in your book, and you have to use pencil while doing it in your book. Then we did exercise 5.2, which is given on page number 105, question number 2 and 3 you have done, and where you have to do in the mathematics copy. So this is all for the first period. Then second period again I am going to teach you something new. Okay children, till that time just take rest. Okay.